best of friends through thick and thin. That's what we always said and what you believe. But I'm wanting more, can't help longing for your love. Time and again,
To live a life of beauty is to live a life of intent, and I intend to live my life beautifully. Even when I'm walking home, heading to the bus stop, or taking an Uber, shopping at Trader Joe's, it's really easy to live cinematically when you take a moment to smell the roses, listen to the sounds, and absorb the environment around you. To be a participant in your environment instead of a background actor. To play around with the backdrop surrounding you. In this video, I'm going to teach you and tell you how to live a life of beauty. Howdy y'all, my name is Pennyangelausa. Welcome back to my channel. If this is your first time seeing my face, I am an artist, a writer, and a creator based currently in Los Angeles, California. Someone recently left a comment on my short film Love Letters to the American Highway about to live beautifully is to live with intent. Life without intention can be dire, grim, and ugly. It can be quite hideous and often depressing. To have a beautiful life, you have to intend it to be that way. To live purposefully and crafted, and to craft a beautiful life that has to be lived with intention. Beauty is all around us, and for us to catch it, we have to be mindful and to take a step back and to realize all the beauty that is happening within our daily, everyday life that is often forgotten. And with the right curation and mindset, you too can live a life with intended beauty. Delusion, I never say that right, romanticization, you know what I mean, and glamour all go hand in hand. For example, you can make a mundane trip to your local 7-Eleven and you can turn that into the most cinematic experience, as if that is your intended purpose and you're seeing the beauty in such mundane environments that some people see as dirty and disgusting. Whenever I go to a 7-Eleven or a gas station, even if I'm not in a small town or back in my hometown or on a road trip, I can be in a major city, but whenever I enter a 7-Eleven or a gas station, I enter a whole other universe. Suddenly, I'm in a small indie film taking place in the middle of nowhere, America. I absorb the smells of the cheap coffee pot, individual packets of French vanilla creamer, the solicitors outside that open the door for each patron in hopes that someone will tip them $1 so they can buy something that they probably shouldn't be buying. And all of these characters are now my side actors in the film that I have created inside of my head. In this reality that I am seeing quite vividly because I am living it in that moment. The doorbell that alerts the clerk each time someone walks in even has its own intent and purpose. An intent, surely, that is based in reality, which is to alert the cashier of any potential criminals or weirdos that are entering the facility. But for me, it's all my background music. These are all of my background actors hired by me for me. It's almost as if I take on another personality. I enter an altered state and I enter my alter ego, which I don't have a name for her yet. Alter ego protects me from the good, the bad, the ugly, the mundane, the beige, the dire, the bleak, the monotonous, the reality. When you realize beauty is a ritual, you must practice it. That is when your life will become beautiful. Take note of the sounds, the textures, the feeling, the cars driving by, the rustling of the wind, the way the concrete feels beneath your feet or as you step on a crunchy leaf that reminds you that it is now fall, even though it's not fall, but you know what I mean in this context. Where does your mind take you when you're sitting at a coffee shop, sipping on your daily iced latte that has now become a routine in your life? You are forgetting how beautiful take in the sounds, or forgetting how beautiful and ritualistic this practice is? Are you just there mindlessly scrolling your phone, watching TikTok as the clock tick-tocks, eyes glued to pixels on a screen? How pathetic. And that is something I am even guilty of myself. Or are you being an active participant in the world around you? The beautiful world that is buzzing, filled with vitality that is around you. Are you a participant? Are you adding any beauty to the spaces that you are in? And when I say that, I don't mean physical beauty. It has nothing to do with physical beauty, actually, but beauty of action in thoughtfulness. Beauty of the mind is the most valuable form of beauty currency that there is. Because not only is it the most versatile form of beauty, it's one that cannot be bought or manufactured. It cannot be replicated or cosmetically inserted or disregarded out or in your body. It is something that you have to work on to develop, strengthen like a muscle. Having intricate and beautiful thoughts are unique to an individual, just like a fingerprint. Sure, we all have fingerprints and we all have thoughts, but they are all different. They are all individual to the person that has them. And when you allow yourself to have freedom of thought, you also give yourself the gift of creative freedom as well. The gift of creative freedom, expression, and thought. The gift of expansion. As you are now allowing yourself to be a participant in the environment around you and not just a spectator, but an actor. And when you do that, you are now participating actively in your life. So many people are living this world and they're not even participating in their own life, and they're not even aware of it. They are moving rather robotically. They wake up, commute, go to work, eat lunch, commute back home, shower, eat dinner, go to sleep, rinse and repeat, and they continue that cycle every day, but not even absorbing the beauty in their commute, the beauty in the way they listen to music in the morning or the podcast they pick as they sit in 2-hour traffic to a job that they hate. We all have issues with our day jobs, besides those that are blessed to not have to work due to nepotism or some insane strike of luck. And to those people, I am not here to guilt you. You are, in fact, very lucky, and I quite often wish I were you. Even the most mundane actions, when you lead your life with intent, eventually arrive at a destination that is beauty and grace and creativity. Now, some people may call that delusion, but those people aren't living a life of intent. Why listen to them? Their world is filled with beige. There's no color. There's no beauty in the way they stir their sugar into their hot coffee each morning, or the way that I go on a walk and it transforms me into a different woman. I am now a real housewife wearing Lululemon, and I'm taking in the fresh, crisp air of the winter in Southern California, and I'm taking in the sun that's hitting on my body and it's caressing my melanin, making me gleam. I invite you all to arrive to a destination of beauty and imagination. Another good example of this is on TikTok. Have you ever seen those trends of, yeah, I'm working at a diner, but in a Lizzie Grant sort of way? Or the other trend of the untrained eye, where the user will speak about the untrained eye. To the untrained eye, I'm just in jeans and a t-shirt. But to the trained eye, I'm a 90s off-duty supermodel that just went to 10 different go-sees and booked them all, or something of that nature. Like for me, I can say right now, to the untrained eye, I'm just a girl in a silk blouse and jewelry on. But to the trained eye, I am a sexy librarian that is dating a vampire. And that's why she's white. I don't know. That makes no sense because I'm in crosses, but you get what I mean. And speaking of the trained eye, that is a key component of living a life with the intention of beauty. To train your eye to see more than what is being initially presented to you. To dive deeper and try to understand what lies beneath and why things move the way that they do and feel the way that they do, and why are certain things evoking these emotions in you. Why do they feel that way to you? Why? Ask yourself these things. I love the idea of asking myself what lies beneath and what happens behind closed doors. And that's another reason to why I also love the work of David Lynch. He is a master of living a life of intent and beauty. Mastermind of all trained eyes is David Lynch. I love the motifs of what lies beneath. And those motifs are really prevalent in his work, like Twin Peaks and Blue Velvet, Mulholland Drive, especially Twin Peaks. I mean, quaint little small town, quaint little high school girls. Oh, there's more. There is so much more. And these people, in all of his work, they are so actively participating in the environment around them. Even though most of his work are placed in mundane environments, drinking hot coffee at a diner, eating cherry pie, driving in your car, speaking to a tape recorder. These are mundane acts, but they are intended with the notion of beauty and mystery, and that is what makes it so unique. If you were to take in the elements of just eating cherry pie and driving your car in a small town and being a detective to people that aren't living their life with the intent of beauty and seeing beauty in these things, some people may watch his work and be like, what's so special about this? What is so special about the suburbs? Blue Velvet. What is so special about the grass and the red roses? What is so special about this town that Twin Peaks takes place in? Ask yourself this. What is so special? A trained eye, however, is understanding of all of these things. Not to sidetrack, but really reminds me of the untrained eye viewing the Santa Baby Kim Kardashian Nadia Lee Cohen music video. Now, I have a trained eye and I worked with the genius that is Nadia Lee Cohen several times myself. So when I was watching that body of work, I understood it. I understood the beauty in it, and I completely understood the place it was intended to take me. Unfortunately, we are living in a society of untrained eyes that are not able to dig deeper and to digest art in ways that they should or even want to. Whole other conversation for perhaps another video. Some may consider all of what I just said as delusion or even slight disassociation, but to those people, I object to that notion and that rhetoric. This practice, in its purest form, is what makes life life. The only difference between reality and make believe are self imposed limitations of thought and imagination. I urge you all to exercise your free will internally and externally. Make believe is reality if you believe it enough. If you believe it, it is no longer making believe, it is a belief. It is life, it is reality. It is now something that you are seeing with your own two eyes. And who is anyone to tell you what you're seeing? If I see and feel right now, in this moment, I am speaking to a class on inside the actor studio or something, and this tripod and this ring light is me speaking to a broader audience, why not? In fact, that is a beautiful way to manifest, is to live it, feel it, breathe it, and see it. Make it your reality. Feel everything as if it is true, if that is what you intend to feel. After all, we are all living in our own realities. And if you make yourself believe it, then so it is. It is true. It is now a concept that has seen fruition. A live, living organism. It is breathing. It is here. And while it may be a living organism that is microscopic, only that can be seen by the trained eye, similar to my short film, Love Letters to the American Highway. My trip to the Great American Southwest and Route 66 was a trip with the intent of beauty. It was intended for me to see those things as beautifully as I saw them, because that is how I chose to live my life. And of course, don't get me wrong, the landscape of Arizona and New Mexico is so naturally beautiful. It does not need my help to be any more cinematic or poetic or beautiful than it already is on its own. Mother Nature and God are the greatest artists. And naturally, I took inspiration from the beautiful scenery that was provided to me. But I will give myself some credit. In the same breath, there are some people, even my brother, for example, he's very normal. It's a normal guy. And if he were to do the same exact trip, first of all, there are some people that don't even like road trips. They find it disgusting. They don't like not having a bed every night. I mean, yeah, we had a bed every night, but they don't like the idea of not having like a hotel. And that's their hotel for a week. That's the trip. They go to the same hotel. They have their routine in that hotel. They don't like the idea of being on the road, sometimes having to relieve yourself. Number one, okay, outside. Some people are not fond of the spontaneous nature of a road trip. And if they were to take the exact same trip, going to the exact same places, the exact same route that I have, and they had the exact same camera, I promise you, those photos would not look the same. My brother probably would have took photos of him next to a mountain like this. We all know friends or have loved ones that are like that. They take photos like this. Like my brother, he's always like, it could be him and his dog, or like if he met a celebrity, he's always like, that's very like weird to me, but who am I to judge? Not everyone will be able to see what you see. Not everyone is living a life of beauty. Most people, in fact, aren't. So that's why I implore you all to see the beauty in everything that you do, because life is meant to be lived. To live is to feel and be beautiful. We have this life to create and explore, and it's limitless, and there's so many infinite possibilities. I want us all to tap into that power, because it is a power to see more than what the eye is showing you. I implore you all to train your eye. And of course, there are physical aspects of living beautifully. Getting dressed in the morning, taking that time to put on some perfume, even if it's not a full beat. I used to not get dressed up for work, but now I decide that every day is a celebration, simply because God woke me up. Is that not a reason to dress up for myself? At least put in some effort to look good, feel good. Because when I look beautiful and I feel beautiful, I'm more aware of the beauty that's around me, because I now feel that I fit in with the beauty. Not saying that you have to do full glam. I don't do full glam. I have no foundation on, just my blush and concealer and my eye stuff. But now that I did put in that effort to at least make myself feel like I'm in this cinematic universe, the world around me is going to have to match my beauty, just because I woke up with the intent to live beautifully. So that is the end of this video. Leave in the comments below, do you live a life of intent, of beauty? If not, do you want to? I would love to hear your thoughts about this video and everything I said below. All of my socials will be linked below, and I will see you in the next video. Stay creative and beautiful and limitless. Open your eyes to the world around you. I promise you will not regret it. I love you all, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.